ask you to vacate the premises. I'm occupying it and there's nothing here to take.
Calm down, Sherba. Vupalov sent me.
Is the professor doing okay? He didn't succumb to intoxication from that poison of his, did he? Its alcohol by volume is nearing pure ethanol, not to mention the anomalous component. What a fall from grace. A great scientist resorting to making vodka.
Why do you even bother helping Vupalov?
How can I stand by and watch a scientist of his caliber kill the few brain cells he has left? He has invaluable knowledge and skills, the kind that are not taught at Malachite, especially nowadays. The professor has no right to go down this path.
Tell me about Vupalov. So he's a great scientist?
Professor Dvupalov is a brilliant mind hailing from the Project X era, the mastermind behind the Controller project. He used to bring science to new heights. Now the only thing he can bring is a glass toward his lips. He's disenchanted with his life's work, you see? Nothing ever changes. If only the professor had taken a moment to peruse my notes instead of selling vodka.
Dvupalov sent me to get the key card for X5. I'm looking for the Phantom Suppressor.
It took Dvupalov a whole 6 months just to remember my name while I served him food every day. And now he tells you about the card right away? Did you drink with him or something?
It's tough to avoid having a drink with him.
That stuff is pure poison. All right, I'll give you the card. It's too risky for me in there anyway. But you've got to promise me that you'll search X5 for any papers related to the Controller project and bring them back to me.
Hand me that key card, and I'll see what I can do about your papers.
All right. It's not like I've got much of a choice. But keep those papers in mind, Stalker. You'll need to head all the way down, but if you're willing to do the job, I'll make it worth your while. I'll go check on the professor in the meantime. Seems like every time I look away, he's got a new drinking buddy.
I've seen Skiff in action. He's a formidable adversary, so give it your all. Once we're through with him, you can have whatever you want. All I'm after is...
Can't you just move on? When are you going to let it go, huh?
I was worried. Haven't you been following the news? The storm was found.
All news has been the same in the dark. After that, it's just humanity repeating itself.
You're sloshed again, Professor. What about science? The Stalker, he's back. Those papers I mentioned, do you have them?
Where are your manners, young man? You won't even offer a man a shit and pour him a cold one?
Here. I don't want to be anywhere near these things.
This is... Yes! This is it! At last!
There's nothing exciting in there anyhow. I've told you before, young man, if even my own work can end in failure...
Faust wasn't exactly... a failure. In a way. Haven't you heard? He tapped into the X network, brought the monolith back, and caused a bloodbath all over the zone.
So he's... your project? The abilities you incorporate...
Shut up! I knew I was right all along. So that bunch of old farts in pots haven't given up on my research. Hooking him up to the monolith was a stroke of genius.
Thanks for those papers. They're a treasure worth all the years I spent at Malachite. We'll stay in touch. I've got grand plans for the future.
And I told them that the only way to create a true controller is to preserve his capacity to think, to feel, and make decisions. Sure, right now the choices he's making don't align with what the Ward, the NDST or anyone else had in mind. But I did succeed.
The MDST? What's that?
The scientists from Project X who, unlike me, were eager to continue their research. Officially, they had no funding or approval to proceed. However, C consciousness wasn't content with me. That's why they needed the monolith.
Why did you create Faust?
The mutants turned out to be far too unpredictable, useless, and downright dangerous. The aim was to mold them into obedient soldiers. The Liege had some success with more primitive tools. But I believed we were on the wrong path. The error, I thought, lay in the very design of the controllers. Without consciousness and human empathy, their psi abilities were pitiful. Faust...
Who is Faust now? What have you turned him into?
We granted him the abilities of a controller mutant. But I'm convinced that Faust has retained his humanity. See, there's no more Project X, no C consciousness, no MDST to protect. He wasn't being directed by a program. He initiated this of his own free will. I believe the monolith became an idea to him. Give a man an idea he can grasp, and he'll do much more than he would ever do coerced. I've always said that it works better than any leash.
I found the suppressor. Can you install it?
All right. I almost forgot the reason you're here. All the work I did. It's all become meaningless. You're going to kill Faust.
A lot of people died because of him.
Were they good people? Well, then find other good people to install the suppressor. I'm not a technician. You're as much of a fool as I am if you think you can set things right. The controller project was abandoned, and yet Faust endures. Monolith disappeared, and now it has returned. Go ahead and kill Faust, Stalker. It won't change a thing. You'll see. Quit bugging me, you mopio.
easy gig for you. Some good money to be made. Swing by if you're up for it. I'm near the chemical plant, by the silo. Look, I'm inside, upstairs. Come on over.
Howdy! Come over here. Don't be afraid. Not right now, Luna. How about putting in a little work for the sake of science, Stalker? The pay's good, and the job's a breeze. Even a kid could handle it. I've set up 2 measuring devices on this silo. The catch is, they need to be activated simultaneously. And, well, as you can see, I'm flying solo here. Mind giving me a hand?
Okay, let's get this done. Which way?
Send in the coordinates to your PDA. Get over there and...
When the factions are fighting, it's great for business. The demand for our goods is through the roof. Ragman has it easy, of course. The guns he sells are still smoking. Take a look at my What?
Кришталеві чаші, щоби шаблі не брав, щоби кулі минали, кулі наші, щоби шаблі не брав, Щоби кулі минали, полі горки наші. Щоби Україна повіки не плакала. Щоби наша слава, козацька слава, повіки не
Don't even.
щоби наша слава.
I don't like what's going on in Rostock right now, pal. But I can't just up and leave, you know? So, are you gonna try something on? The best defense... Take...
Козацька слава, кров'ю полита, священна шабля,
I always used to say that the old man, now that
Tell me.
this place used to serve as a boring duty base, but now, all it doesn't go. You're
I'll never get used to those monsters. Been here for a year and they still make me sick to my stomach. Guys, he begs.
You share everything you have in Rostock with a duty member.
One after another and throw
And it
grenades
turns out,
generously.
He wants
How are
Rostock.
you?
As they walk away, the stalker sighs. Thanks for trying, guys.
About that.
Do you have?
I'm still.
So what? None of us were following the wardens, but at least they brought some order. Now we've got war everywhere.
You guys are hysterical!
No, he's you. Come. Stay away.